Hello everybody, this is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie back again with another video. So right now, here's what I want to talk about. How my daughter and sons will be dating. Well, first and foremost, they're not going to be dating. They're not going to be having any intimate relations with anybody that my wife and I have not met. They're not going to be going on any what should I say? Any isolated dates, events, and outing unless I have met them and their parents. I'm sorry, but I'm going old school on this. I am going to make sure that my daughter don't end up like a mattress. And if you don't know what the term mattress means when it speaks about people, it's basically like calling somebody the village bicycle. Everybody's having a ride. I'm going to make sure that my daughter doesn't end up like a mattress where everybody is sleeping on it. And I'm going to ensure that my sons don't end up like simps or slut makers. Because I don't believe in encouraging my children to create problems for other men either. Alright? So I really need to get that point across because we don't talk about that enough. A lot of fathers, we basically, when we see our sons with a beautiful young lady, we basically, knock the fist, give them a high five and be like, yo, you're gonna knock it up and you understand what I'm saying? But we never really and truly sit down and have the hard conversations with them. I've been in scenarios, and I've also seen scenarios in which when you come in with a very beautiful woman, your father slips you a condom. He gives you the nod, the high five. After everything is done, they have that little talk with you, give you a drink, but they never have the hard conversations with you. And I think the hard conversations are the ones that we really and truly need to have. And I won't get off of this topic of having the hard conversations. Because what's missing from our group of people is the hard conversation. What happens when we allow our sons to constantly go out there and sleep around with people's daughters as if these daughters are nobody? It doesn't matter what type of home she came from. It doesn't matter what type of lifestyle she's been living. It doesn't give us the right to tell our sons to sleep with them and make them into nothing, or to continue into making them nothing. I believe that if somebody is down a path of, they're going down a path where they're just downgrading themselves constantly by doing certain things, one of the best things to do is avoid that person and teach your children to avoid that type of person. So, what is a hard conversation to have? I don't believe it's a hard conversation to have. However, the reason why I'm saying it's a hard conversation to have is because we have not gone through having that hard conversation with our children. Alright, so here's what I'm saying right now. When my sons get to a certain age and, they're having certain dreams and their bodies, their emotions, their testosterone is busting out of them pants, and even a hug from a woman is giving them the strong nudge in their pants and thing, it's time to have a conversation with your children. You have to explain to them as a father what their body parts are for. You have to explain to them what using those body parts irresponsibly can do. The harm that it can not only do to them, but to the women that they get involved with, or the little girls that they get involved with. We have to teach our sons that it's not cool to be constantly sleeping around, not just because of STDs. We have to teach them about soul ties, the spiritual attachment that happens when you sleep with somebody who has had a lot of bodies on them. I don't know why we are afraid to have those conversations with our sons, and then we wonder why a lot of men, tend to want to commit self-harm and self-deletion. It's because we never had these conversations with them. We have to teach our sons that even if a girl is easy, it doesn't mean that you should take the easy bait. That you should basically have enough integrity to walk away from that easy bait. You understand? We have to teach our sons that. I'm not opposed to teaching my son that. And I'm going to be teaching my sons that they are not allowed to be with any woman unless their mother and I have okayed it. Every single date, every single picnic, every single movie, every single thing that they are going to, we're going to be right there until they get married. We're going to sit that young lady down and we're going to let her know that you're not going to be here for a cheap thrill for our son. You're not going to be in his life to use, abuse, and toss him to the side. You're not in his life to do whatever you want and just walk away. We're going to grill that little girl. We don't care. You understand? We do it to men, we can do it to women as well. We're going to be like, what are your intentions for our sons? What are your intentions towards them? You don't know? He's not for you. I'm sorry. You don't know what your intentions are? He's not for you. I'm sorry. Every single day we're gonna be there, whether it's in the back row or even beside them, making sure no hanky-panky taking place. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna teach our sons to live with integrity. I'm gonna teach them about people that don't live with integrity so that they can spot them and avoid them. You see, a lot of people think sheltered life is bad enough. It's only bad when you don't teach both sides of who people are outside of the shelter of your parents. Because I am going to be encouraging my sons to go out there, not in terms of dating, but go out there and live your life. Go out there and work. Go out there and build your house. Go out there and make a name for yourself. We're going to be teaching our sons that. But most importantly, what my wife and I agreed on is that I want to teach them the importance of not sleeping around. It's very important that they don't sleep around. Not just for them, but for others as well. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is part 1. Part 2 is going to be later on tonight. This is the Hebrew Jamaican Coolie. And I will see you guys in the next video. Enough love and respect. Peace.